Hello everyone, I'm Leticia from Jewels for You, and I'm back with another tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make that clasp that was in the gold colored necklace from my past tutorial. I have had some requests via email asking me to do that. So we're going to do it in the same color. We're going to be needing 12 of these 4mm by 2 or by, I think they're 4mm by 2 onion beads. And also we're going to be needing the 6 by 4 also onion beads or donut beads, whichever way you want to say it. We're going to need 8 of these, 12 of these. We're going to be needing about a 4 inches of 20 gauge wire. I'm using gold, the same as I did with for the clasp. You can use any color that you wish. You could use silver, depending on the color of beads that you're going to use. If you're going to use the same kind of beads, you could also use silver or amber. Any color of wire would do, as long as it matches the bead color. You're also going to be needing some wire cutters, of course your chain nose pliers, your round nose pliers, and you're going to be needing some scissors as well as some monofilament. Now the monofilament that I use is a heavy pound test. It's a 12-pound test. You could use an 8-pound test. They also call it illusion cord. So and of course you could also use Fireline if you wish. With a needle, you would need a size 12 needle, but I prefer to use monofilament. It's really a very fast and easy, how would I say, component to make. Okay, so we're going to start by making a loop in our wire. And let me zoom in so that you can see a little bit better of what I'm going to do. And I'm going to move the beads aside. We're going to take our wire and we're going to take it at about, I don't know, an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch, and we're going to make a 90-degree angle bend. And then after that, we're going to bend our wire over the round nose pliers, and then we're going to start bending, wrapping around the main wire. We could do 2 or 3 wraps. They really don't have to be that many. It's just to make this loop secure. Okay, so here's our loop, and we're going to be cutting it. We're going to straighten it because it's a little bit crooked. We're going to cut the excess wire. Cut the excess wire, and then we're going to take our chain nose pliers and we're going to tuck in. We're going to be tucking in whatever wire is sticking out so that it doesn't hurt our skin once we put it on a necklace, or if we put it either as whatever element that whatever you're going to be using it for. If you're going to be using it as a clasp, if you're going to be using it as a decorative element like a pendant, you got to make sure that that it doesn't hurt you. Okay, so you could also sand it down, and that would be great. Okay, so for now, this is our loop. For now, we're going to be putting it aside, and we're going to start working on the other part of our component. We're going to take some monofilament, and we're going to take our smaller beads, And we're going to thread into the monofilament 6 beads at a time. Okay, so we're going to take in, I'm sorry, I'm out of focus. I mean, I'm out of, yes, I'm out of focus. 1, 2, 3, 4, where is it? Okay, this is 4, and then 5, and 6. I can't get it in. Here we go. There. Okay, once all our beads are in the monofilament, we're going to wrap it, make a knot, and first we're going to make a single knot, and then we're going to make a double knot. Just to make sure that our component is perfectly tight. Now, when we cut, we're going to cut the excess here and the excess that goes to the roll here. And this is my preference. If you want to do it, you can do it. If you don't, you don't have to. I like to take a lighter and I like to burn the excess little strings that are left after cutting, just to make sure. It's an extra bit of a precaution that I take, so that just to make sure that my knot is not going to be untied. I can't find, here it is. It's too long. I gotta cut it a little bit more, and now I'm gonna burn it. Now this is my preference, okay? You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but I like to make extra sure that, you know, this knot is not gonna untie. So now we're going to do the second round. We're going to take our monofilament again, and we're going to put our 6 beads in. 1, 2, 3, 'Where is it? Oh, here. 4, 5, 6. I'm sorry about the shadows. It's just that this is about the only time of day that I can actually work without, you know, noise from the neighbors and all that. So I apologize if there's a lot of shadows. Okay, so we're going to tie a knot again into a circle. And make a double knot. Now a double knot is just, you go in once through the loop and then you go through the loop again a second time. I'm sorry, there you go. Some people call this a surgeon's knot. I don't know if that's true, but I don't know if it is a surgeon's knot, but I just call it a double knot. But just in case you hear it in some other tutorials we're going to make a surgeon's knot. This is what they're talking about, okay? Okay, so here we go. I'm going to burn this again. There. And there. There. Okay. So we have our two little components already. And now we're going to make our bigger one. Now for this one we're going to need 6 beads also. 2, 4, 6. And we're going to have 2 beads left over. And at the end you're going to see why. Okay, so we're going to thread. Let's put these components on the side. We're going to thread our 6 beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, oh my goodness, where is it? 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and then we're going to make a knot again, the same type of knot that we did for the other smaller components. A single knot and then a double knot. Be sure to tie on it, I'm sorry, pull on it really tight, and then cut the excess. There you go. Cut the excess, and then I take my lighter and burn. There you go. Okay, so now I have my 3 main components. Let's put all this aside. We're going to take our loop, our wire again, and now we're going to be using the 2 leftover beads that that we have. So first we're going to put 1 bead through the wire, and then we're going to put one of the little looped with the small beads next. Then we're going to put the one with the bigger loop, the one with the bigger beads, I'm sorry, and then the other one with the small beads, and then last but not least the last bead. Okay, so here we have our component, and you can see that it's really, it looks perfect. You have to use the same kind of beads. If you're using bicones, use all bicones. If you're using round beads, use all round beads. Whether it be pearls or round faceted. If you're using these kind of beads, onion beads that I call them, or donut beads, use only that kind of bead. Otherwise it's not going to, fit in so nicely as this one is doing right now. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our round nose pliers again, and we're going to make a bend really close to where we finished our component. 90-degree bend, 90 degrees, there you go. Okay, and then we're going to bring our wire over and then start wrapping it. And this time we're going to make sure, I'm sorry, I'm out of focus. We're going to make sure that our component is getting tight. See, it's really tight. It's not moving. It's not going anywhere. So we can start wrapping right there. We're going to cut off the excess. Okay, there you go. And then we're going to take our chain nose pliers and make sure that this doesn't hurt anybody, okay? We're going to be tucking it in really well. There you go. And there is our beautiful, beautiful component. Isn't it lovely? It's beautiful. You could use this not only as a clasp, you could also use it as a pendant. You could use it as an earring with smaller beads. You could use smaller beads than these. You know, these could be the bigger beads, and then there's another size that's smaller than this one, and they would make beautiful earrings. With the holidays coming up, this would be an excellent present. All you have to do is like put a jump ring down here and, you know, put another bead. You could put a teardrop bead, any kind of bead, and as a little dangle, or maybe a few chains with a little bead at the end, and it would look gorgeous. So there's some ideas for you, okay? And it's really easy, really fast to make. So that's that for that, okay? So another thing that they asked me to do today is that I show you how to make the dangles that that I made also for the same necklace. So we're going to be needing three. I'm going to be making them the same color also. You're going to be needing 3 beads, also the same type of 20 gauge wire that I used for the other component for this one, and a jump ring. Okay, one moment. Okay, so here we have the jump ring, the 3 beads, and the 20 gauge wire. It's also in gold. What I'm going to use this time is just for the sake of time, for time's sake, you can make the one that I did for the gold necklace was pretty much the same as this one. I made the loop, I made the wrap around, the wire, and then I put how did I make it? Oh, I remember. I made a little spiral, and then I put in the bead, and then at the end I made this kind of wrap. So basically this is what I did. Okay, so we're going to make a little spiral. It's supposed to be small, but with this gauge it's a little bit difficult. Okay, it was just a small spiral, it wasn't really that big. So I'm going to cut here because I want to give myself enough space to wrap the wire around itself. Okay, so I put the bead in, I made the bend, the 90-degree bend, and then I wrapped it around itself. And I started wrapping around it just pretty much like I did around the other one, the previous one that we made. So then I would just cut off the excess. And there, you have your first dangle. Okay, and just make sure about tucking in your wire there. Okay, so I have one right here. You could also use these. These are called, what are they called? Head pins. head and eye pins. Okay, these are called head and eye pins. They sell them at most jewelry places. Here, this one is by, okay, it's not a very cousin, I guess, and it has 100 pieces. So if you want to save yourself time, you could also use this one. But since I already started with the spiral, I'm going to be keeping with the spiral, okay? So let me make the second one. We cut a piece of wire. Then we make the small spiral. It's supposed to be tiny. There. You take it with your chain nose pliers, you feed the wire to it, and it doesn't have to be perfect, okay? It's just to hold the bead, to keep the bead from rolling out. So there you go. And then make the 40-degree turn here. I mean 90. Jesus, I'm wrong with the degrees today. Okay, 90 degrees, fold it upon itself, then start wrapping it around the wire close to the bead, and then cut the excess. I'm sorry about that. Cut the excess. Tuck it in. And there you go. You got the second one. We'll make the third one, and then we'll just use the jump ring so that you can have the dangle. Small piece of wire. Make the little spiral. Just feed it to the wire. Then put the bead in. "90 degrees over, bring it back over, start wrapping." This one turned out really big. Okay, start wrapping. 2 wraps are more than enough. Okay, and there you go. Cut off the excess. Tuck it in. Okay, that's still too much excess there. Tuck it in. And you have your 3 little dangles there, your 3 little dangles, and now we're going to open our jump ring. Let me close up. Okay, is that a little there? We open our jump ring there, to the side, always to the side. Okay, it's out of there, it's in focus. Okay, so we're going to put in 1 on the side where we have the, you know, the secured edge, okay, not on the spiral side. 2 and 3. We close the dangle. Okay. And make sure that it's really closed. Okay, this one isn't really closed. Close it well. There. Okay. And there we have our 3 little dangles. Now, okay, let's see. There. There. This would look cute as an earring as well. You just attach this jump ring to a wire earring, and this would look really cute. There's another idea for you for the holidays. You could make small dangle earrings, or you could attach these to individual pieces of chain, and that would look nice. Also, here's our thing here. Let me just add it to our component so that you can get an idea of how it would look with a dangle on it. I think I opened it too much. Okay. Hold. There. Okay. There you go. Now, doesn't that look pretty? It looks beautiful. I think it looks really, really pretty. That would make a very nice dangle for a necklace. Okay, so you could make these dangles either as individual earrings. You could add it to a component like this, or you could, like I said, hang like 3 chains, you know, small pieces of chain, and add a little dangle to the end. Your imagination is the limit, but there you have it, the little dangles and the component, the clasp that we used last time for our necklace. So I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. I will be seeing you next time, where I will be making the flowers. I will be showing you how to make the flowers that I made for the hex bead necklace that we made last time. So try to get some beads similar to the ones that I used. You can use any kind of beads basically, and I will see you next time. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Really, if you did, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up, and just put a comment down below, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.